Thank you very much. Thank you, chairs, for holding the hearing. Thank you so much, Commissioner, First Deputy Mayor, and all your staff. I appreciate your being here to account for the inhumane conditions in our jail system. And I appreciate the plan that you set forward yesterday. Very quickly, one piece that is missing from your plan is what you're doing to expedite building 4 new humane jails. You have 3.5 months left. There's a lot you can do with procurement, design, and construction, and laying the groundwork for those 4 jails. And I think that is starkly missing from your plan, because you can be doing that now. And First Deputy Mayor Fuleihan, that might involve, strongly encouraging DDC to move quickly and finding out from them what resources they need in order to get it done. So I'll look forward to hearing back from you on that. What I'd like to ask right now is doubling down on Councilmember Adams' point about sexual assaults, which for some reason the women seem to know about and ask about this issue. So I would like to know what resources have been made available to the survivors of sexual assault. How many people do you know have been sexually assaulted this year? How many people have been referred to resources? And let's start there. And Deputy Mayor Fuleihan, I'd love to hear if you know this information.
I'm going to hand it over to the commissioner on your. I have to. On the first piece, if there's something you think we're not doing on borough, I just want.
Yeah, I would. I mean, I'm happy to meet with you on the first piece, but the problem is that you don't know the answer to the question on sexual assault. It tells me that you have not asked the question yourself.
I'm sorry. Now,
if that's not true, please.
I respect you greatly, but there is a reason to have a commissioner who has the facts, and I'm going to turn it over to him to answer. We are talking about all these issues constantly.
And rape is not first and foremost, and that's my concern. I appreciate you and I respect you, you know that.
Member time has expired.
So, to Vinny, I apologize, Commissioner, if you want to address that, and then I will quickly address the borough-based.
I will get you a number on how many people have been sexually assaulted. People don't have to tell us when they're sexually assaulted. So what's tended to happen is that people have raised it, particularly COBA delegates have raised it very specifically.
Commissioner, it's, of course, no one wants to talk about rape because this society has made women the bad person. And we know that the perpetrators are the one at fault. So of course you don't know the exact number. Of course others have raised it. That is a common thing that people who should be accountable say, but I'm asking you specifically, how many people have reported that they've been sexually assaulted? You tell me any number you want in the last month, in the last 6 months, since you've been here, the year prior, I don't care. But what I want to know is that you've asked that question to your staff and that you have a number firmly fixed in your head. And so I want to know how many people have been raped. You don't know that? How many people have said it's a problem? You don't know that? How many people have been referred, actually been referred to resources? And to hear that you're reinventing the wheel and working with the Office to End Gender-Based Violence about what to do. I mean, let me just flip my screen for 1 second. Honestly, here's what you do. Refer them to people who know what they're doing in terms of providing trauma-informed care. So, hearing that you're now creating a plan is just painful. But do you have any of this information at hand, or do you want to refer me to your chief of staff?
I'm going to refer you to my chief of staff. I'm also going to get you the information. And we have also, just separate and apart from the questions you're asking, met with the sex crimes unit of the Bronx District Attorney's Office to prosecute these cases. I know that's not everything.
How many cases have you brought to them?
We'll get you that data. Dana, do you want to answer the council members' questions?
Sure. So, Councilmember, first, again, thank you, Councilmember Adams as well. We must center the women of this department, and you, Councilmember Rosenthal, has been a champion for women across the city, and I really appreciate you bringing your attention to the women of the Department of Correction. Since Councilmember Adams began her line of questioning on this, I've been in touch with our head of investigation. We are working on that data. I don't have those data points in front of me right now, but we will have them by today or tomorrow. I want to let you know that sexual assault is a logbook, or sexual assault, abuse, misconduct. It's a logbook entry, so we do track it. It's recorded and tracked every day. I don't have an aggregate count to give you. With regards to the dedicated trauma services, again, I can't agree with you enough. And so what we do have right now on island available for people today is what the Wellness Center, and those staff have been trained in trauma support care from the Mayor's Office and Gender-Based Violence. We also have reintroduced the Employee Assistance Program. Now that's not enough, and I'm not satisfied, which is why in the past month or so, I've been working with the Mayor's Office and Gender-Based Violence to provide dedicated clinical trauma-informed care to our staff. And that's going to be made available within the next week or two. And I'm happy offline to give you the names of those support services.
And so when you pull up your dashboard, how many people have said they've been sexually assaulted?
So that's the number that I will get you by the end of
So you don't have a dashboard that tracks it, but you track it every day.
So what I can actually, I'm glad you raised that point, and that is the same point that's been raised to me by COBA in my routine conversations with them, and we will be adding that stat to our teams meetings, which are essentially DOC ComStat meetings, because it needs to be raised publicly and tracked constantly and publicly.
Thank you. I appreciate that very much. And you and I also go way back, and I'm happy you're in the position you're in, because I know how amazing you are. So thank you. But for the record, we had an entire hearing about that, and we're lied to, because we were told that all of this was already being tracked, that it was already on a dashboard, that there was already a robust system, that everybody had been trained, and all cases were being investigated. So, and then the PREA report came out saying that the jail system passed all PREA standards 100%. And it is on all of us to have not challenged that report, because of course it was a lie. So I feel now, Commissioner, with you there, and Dana with you there, I think we will start to get answers. So thank you for that.